Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Sol here, and today is Thursday, January 11th, and like many Thursdays, we have Gearheart Factory on the archipelago. So I went ahead and took her out in 4 attacks using my HQ level 17 account, the one that you're seeing right now. And as you remember, this account is permanently set at HQ level 17, and I have an armory at level 17, and every single troop, every single offensive troop, and my offensive capabilities are maxed to the current armory level. So you'll be able to see in the replay what were the statue boosts. I didn't boost, but what are the statue percentage that I currently have. And like I said, these are 4 attacks, and let me show you how they went. So my first attack, I ended up doing it with Zookas and Rifleman with Dr. Kavan, and actually Dr. Kavan with the ice shields, and that's going to become very apparent once you see the layout of the factory today. So here we go. That's how the factory look like today. Not too bad, not too easy. I want to say like it's either a 4 or 5 on the scale of hardness. Soul's, I guess Soul's scale of hardness. But you know, we have doom cannons, we have grapplers, we have shock blasters, we have a lot of shields. There was about 2.5 million HP points of health for the shields, and then about 300,000 to 400,000 in terms of the core, in terms of the H quarters HP. Now, I'm going to show you the way I did it. I'm not saying that this is the way you should do it. This is the way I did it. There may be other ways. You know, I could see Grenadiers working here very well, especially if you manage to get rid of these grapplers. But I just went with the surefire way that I knew that I was going to take it out. You know, if I made up progress on every single attack. So, Zookas and Rifleman on this first attack. My apologies for that. Artillery to clear those mines, then an artillery to tag the laser, and an artillery to tag the doom cannon. My idea here is that I want to clear all these defenses, all the defenses here, and I want to end somewhere between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock on the core. That means I need to get rid of the mortars, I need to get rid of the grapplers, I need to get rid of the lasers, doom cannons, and all that stuff. So as you can see, I cleared that, and then I landed. Initially, nothing will have range on those Zookas, not even the lasers, not even the doom cannons. So you could farm a little bit more, but I decided that I didn't want to on this, especially in this first attack. I wanted to have somewhere to anchor my troops. And as you can see, because I have Kavan, I did the reverse smoke just to make sure that Kavan was covered until the very last second of the attack. Now you see me activating the ice shields. Now, I did end up activating those ice shields a lot, how you say it, a lot sooner than I intended. You can see I ended up activating those ice shields at about 10 o'clock on the clock. So on the clock of the last smoke right there. Now remember, that's the last smoke. The smoke right here on my troops was about to expire. So actually, it was not that bad. On second thought, it was not that bad. So I activated that. You can see laser went out quick. Riflemen are taking the shock blaster, and the Zookas took out. And that is important to realize, because Riflemen are really close to the shock blaster. They're going to fire at that shock blaster. Now the Zookas, they target whatever defenses that are closest to them. But if there's something that's damaged, they will target that if it's within the range. And that's why they targeted the doom cannon while the Riflemen were targeting the shock blaster. Now, Zookas then destroy that other doom cannon. They started putting damage, and I clicked retreat. I sort of freaked out because I ran out of GBE, and I knew I don't have endless reserves in my account, so I knew that I just didn't want to wait. I wanted to put the video out, and it ended up not being a case because I ran out of time. I had to do a couple things in the afternoon, so I couldn't load the video quickly. So yeah, I ended up retreating. I could have done a lot more, but I didn't. So there we go. Managed to destroy most of the stuff that I have. I think I lost 21 Zookas and 5 Riflemen, something ridiculously low like that. No, so 21 Zookas, 21 Zookas and 19 Riflemen. So first attack actually went pretty good. With the exception of the retreat, I would have, in most general terms, I would have left my troops just to get picked off one by one, because the more damage I can do, the better it's going to be at the very end. So my suggestion for you is, if you have endless reserve, or if you're not in a time limited situation, just let your troops do what they do best, which is just destroy everything around them. So second attack. Now I'm gonna go. You're gonna see I'm gonna land again on the bottom and clean those shock mines because I don't need them. I don't need them shocking or slowing my troops down, especially with the small amount of smoke time that I have here. So here we go, just clearing everything. You know, gathering a little bit of GBE. Again, I have a lot of space right now to work with. As long as those lasers do not fire, then I'll be okay. Now you have to be careful with the critters. Make sure they don't trigger the laser. So now you saw that earlier I activated the that earlier I actually damage tagged that laser. Again, the same purpose. I want that to be targeted first. And here I had a little bit of an issue. Like that smoke was a little bit off kilter, was a little bit off center. So I needed to reflare again to make sure that everybody was there on the up and up. One shock there to cover the laser. The shock blaster, I think I actually covered one of the mortars that had the range on me. I think. No, actually, no, I didn't. And then the Doom Cannon. So here we go. So I actually didn't cover the mortar. It was a little bit off. So I lost a bunch of Zookas there. But after this, I'm on the good. So this is where I consider I made a mistake. So I actually started gathering some GBE. That thing was grabbing me. I think I ended up losing. No, I don't lose Everspark here. I lose Everspark on the third attack, which was really unfortunate. But I think at this point I only had 10 GBE left, so I knew I wanted to target. My next target was going to be the Doom Cannons. I knew I needed to destroy them, but I needed to get enough GBE for a barrage. So then I was back to about 0 GBE. So I need to gather enough GBE to then reflare twice, activate a shock, and hopefully activate a critter swarm. That didn't end up working that way. And I think the mistake I made was right here. So you're going to see I flare there, then I flare, but I flare to the back Doom Cannon, right? Because I said, well, if I flare to the back Doom Cannon, I make sure that the Zookas on the back, targeting this back Doom Cannon, the one on the back, they're going to be able to then target the other Doom Cannons. Because otherwise, if I had targeted the one on the front, what would have happened is the Zookas would have targeted something else. Maybe they would start firing on their supplies or something like that. So I didn't get the critters. Well, actually, the critters actually stayed behind because of the crate. So my suggestion would be actually to just let your troops push forward. You know, they're going to be split. The Doom Cannons are not going to be able to be as effective destroying or causing massive casualties on a single shot as they were when they were right in front of them in group. They were able to take 3, 4, 5 riflemen in a single shot, 2 to 3 Zookas in a single shot. So that's not optimal in this case. So second attack, I would give myself a 6. I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but it got the job done. Third attack, this is where I would give myself an F, and just an F because I managed to get my Captain Everspark grabbed by the grappler and ended up, getting destroyed. So the plan is very simple: smoke troops right in front of the Doom Cannon, shock them, destroy them, and then just push forward. There isn't anything that can get me. Everspark was there to be able to, once I got to the mortars, he was going to be able to hack them and distract those mortars for me. That didn't end up happening. So let's take a look. I'm going to do it in 2x here in this part. So at this moment in time is where I realized, oh snap, I forgot to land Everspark. So I just land her on desperation and bap, she got grabbed. That's it, end of Everspark. So you see me moving into position. I'll be now going back to normal speed. Shock. That shock managed to get both the grappler, the flamethrower, and both Doom Cannons. And from here, it's looking pretty simple, right? It's just managed to destroy this. I think that Doom Cannon didn't get to fire, so that was pretty awesome. And now here, you have to be careful. Although Zookas do outrange flamethrowers, whenever they are in a bunch like this, it is bound to happen that you will get burned. And you're going to see that would happen in a second or two. So currently having lots of shock, I had a lot of energy. So I'm shocking those mortars for as long as I can. Because, you can see that those mortars do have range on my troops. And a single mortar will be able to fully destroy my Zookas. This is, I think, the 4th shock in the series. Had I had Everspark at this point, this would have been the perfect moment to activate her hacking ability. Because right now, I would have been able to hack those mortars. The mortars would have gotten destroyed, and they would have been able to not fire at me. So I ran of GBE. No, I had one GBE. I just waited a little bit too long. I wanted to destroy that mortar. So here I'm trying to find out the safe spot for that grappler. I didn't want that grappler to keep grabbing me. So you see me flaring and flaring, and that's gonna be the point right there. You know, like I'm still getting grabbed. So I think I flare again, and it didn't end up working. I mean, I was on the range. Here you can see the effect of that flamethrower. There were just a few Zookas, and they just walked in front of the range. So, I mean, overall, I think the attack went very well. It could have been better if I hadn't lost Captain Everspark, but it is what it is. We manage with what we get. So, you know, I'm going to cut this short because it was just Zookas firing at that core for a long time, but it was only 4 of them, so not a lot of damage. Fourth and final attack, all Zookas, only managed to lose 9. The map was pretty open. I could have just gone on the top and call it good. However, I was in for revenge. I needed that grappler and the mortars destroyed. So you saw me landing there, landing all my Zookas one after the other, really not caring too much about them. So you see me there flaring there. Now you're going to do 2 smokes. 1 and 2 should be coming soon. Yep. And now from here, I just need to ensure that I shock those mortars, and they're gonna get destroyed sooner rather than later. Now that hack, I don't know why. I don't. It's not that I don't know why. It's I don't think it was called at that moment in time, especially with the shock remaining. I thought that maybe I could distract the back sniper towers, but in reality, the first 2 rows of sniper towers were shocked, and that's all that could hit my troops. So it was really not necessary to do that one. So grappler, I said it needs to go, because if it goes, then I'm going to be good. So after this, you can pretty much see the writing on the wall here. I reflare. Those sniper towers will not have range, and even if they do have the range, Everspark is going to be producing critters constantly, and those critters are going to distract the sniper tower. And that's pretty much, my apologies again for that. And that is pretty much the end of it. This is a good minute and 20 seconds of just pounding that HQ, taking down those 2.5. Well, right now I think it ended up being about 2.3 million HP points of health, and then add to that about 300,000 to 400,000 HP points of core health, and that is about it. Core factory got destroyed. So again, like I said, overall in general, I would say this is about a 5 to a 6 in terms of difficulty. You need some technical movement of your troops, but after that, it's pretty easy. You don't need to destroy the shield generators. You don't need to destroy anything else. It's just that corner, and you will be set. So guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Please also consider leaving a comment. I also made a Twitter account. Make sure that you find that link on the description and on the first line on the comments. And make sure you go there and follow if you are into that. In any case, thank you a lot for watching. Thank you a lot for your support. And I will catch you later. Solely checking out.